What's up, everybody? Courtney here. Just saw on WBTV News that there was another bomb threat in Cornelius today at the school, and they said it was the second one for the month, and that kids are scared to go to school. It also mentioned Gaston, Lincoln, and Cleveland, and Mecklenburg, I think, and a couple South Carolina schools that are close to us. They did mention them. And said that they had went on lockdown, etc., blah, blah, blah. And I do agree. Our children are going to school scared. We do not have CCTV in every classroom. These schools are not prepared for a mass casualty incident. Yes, we do have metal detectors in some schools, but not all. Yes, we have resource officers, but do we have enough? I mean, these kids shouldn't have to go to school in fear for their life while trying to learn. Let's just be real here. This is becoming an every other day occurrence in counties surrounding and almost, each and every state. It's just really sad that you'll have to excuse me. I'm filming outside, so excuse the noise. Truck about to come through. You have to understand that our kids, I don't think anybody, could you go to work and have to be in fear of something happening to you? I don't think we would like it as adults, much less children that are being taken care of by people that are teachers and are elected officials. And I, for one, as a parent, don't see enough transparency. Yes, I do agree that they don't need to be on their cell phones while in the class, but I disagree with them not being readily available to the children. It's a double-edged sword, but until schools make it a priority to put CCTV in every classroom, that way it can be monitored just like businesses do, just like Walmart does, just like any homeowner. We have Ring cameras, and it's actually pushed by the police. Protect your stuff. It's even, with your homeowner's insurance. They'll ask you, do you have Ring cameras? Do you have security cameras? Like, that affects your, how much you pay. So why wouldn't we protect the most important asset of all, our children, with CCTV in every classroom? Yeah, I just think it's a fixer to a lot of the problems. I think that if we implement this, SA crimes will go down inside the classroom. I think it will bring the kids and parents to the reality that their kids are not behaving. This gives infruitable evidence of if you're behaving or if you are not behaving. And it holds everybody accountable. The only reason that it's not been done, and I don't want to hear that they don't have the budget or that we can't afford it. We raise money for everything else underneath the sun for schools. We raise money for jerseys. We raise money for the kids' rodeo. We raise money for softball. We raise money to buy popcorn. We raise money to do this. Money can be raised. So, that to me is not an answer, that we don't have the funds. I do think that if it was offered and the schools came out and said, look, we want to put a CCTV in every classroom in the district, but this is what we have to work with, and be transparent. I think businesses, I think parents, I think a lot of folks would invest in the security of our children. You can't tell me that they wouldn't. So I do think that avenue really needs to be pursued. I also do think that these kids need, I mean, our schools are not schooling anymore. Okay? We got kids that they do not know how to live. They don't know how to do their taxes. They don't know how to purchase a home. These kids are learning things that they're never going to use. We need to bring back true education to these kids. You know, teach them the blue collar skills. Teach them how to make a living. Let's find what they like to do. If they like computers, let's put them in that direction. If they like taking care of animals, let's put them in that direction. I mean, you know what I mean? But our kids legitimately are graduating and they can't tell you what they did. Like, if you send your kid to school today, go ask them what they did today. Go ask your own what they did today. And half of them can't tell you what they did today unless they wrote it down. Our schooling now is all about memorization and how fast can you memorize it to take this test. And I'm sorry, that's not how people learn. You have to, learning is hands-on with a lot of folks. It's hands-on, you know, get them in there, get them learning early. If they want to learn how to cook and be a chef, get them working with ingredients, math, measurements. We need to do more with our children, and our kids need to feel safe in doing so. And again, CCTV in every classroom, down every hallway, in every office would solve a lot of these problems and issues. Kids, and here's another thing. A lot of people say, well, there's metal detectors at the schools. Well, half these kids got to get on a bus before they even get to school. Half of these children will have to, their way to school is on a bus. There's no metal detector on a bus. So if that kid truly wanted to, they could shoot up a whole school bus before they got to school. So, you know, and we got cameras on, and that's the thing. They also have cameras implemented on the school buses to hold the kids accountable and the bus drivers accountable in case of wrecks. So if we can have it there, and we got cameras everywhere else, and they hold us to a standard as parents, then why in the world wouldn't we protect our most valuable asset, and that's our children, with CCTV? And here's just another fact. CCTV is in most daycares where parents can access. There's a code to that classroom and they can access. And all it takes is people with computer knowledge. We verify the phone numbers of the parents. We verify what time blocks are in these classrooms. Give parents passcodes to be able to check in. See what their child's doing during their time block. Seeing if, you know, the child's misbehaving. It's transparency to the most extreme. It's going to hold everybody accountable. It evens the playing field. And it also, and if you have CCTV in every classroom and every place it needs to be, and you've got somebody sitting in a room watching those cameras, can you imagine how fast that officer or SRO can react to a situation then? I mean, that's just one of the solutions that we need to bring forward. But our children need to be able to be kids. They need to be able to learn and enjoy what they learn, and these kids aren't enjoying what they're learning anymore. It's all about a popularity contest, about who has more, who's got the nice, you know, socks on or the nice shoes. And, you know, I'm ashamed at some of these kids that pick on other kids, too. It starts at home, folks, and a lot of us parents, I mean, just because we're not sending our kids to school with $200, $300 pair of shoes, that don't mean if you're able to do so that your child makes fun of other children because they don't have that, or they work on a farm, or their shoes aren't the best, or their clothes aren't the best. We've got to do better as parents, too. We've got to start holding our kids more accountable as well. I mean, you know, a lot of us will say, oh, my kid's a saint. No. Remember back when we were kids? Come on now. We've got to start being held accountable across the board. And they hold us parents accountable. So it's time that we need to come together. We need to pray about this. And we need to pray that God puts it on the hearts of the people that it needs to be put on. Because this is something, think about it. They want the law, and even the FBI will tell you, put up surveillance, put up cameras, protect what you have. That way you have video evidence. Okay. If they're going to tell you to do it in your home, if they tell you to do it in your car, if they tell businesses to do it, why on God's green earth would we not do it to protect our children? But that's it. That's all I have for you. Thank you for watching. Sorry I look a hot mess, but this video has been on my heart and mind. And our children's lives matter. And, you know, with all these hoaxes going around, one kid's going to eventually do it. And we shouldn't have a mass casualty incident, another one, if we don't need one. And I really do think CCTV will help situations. And I think we need to evaluate where we stand as parents. We need to come together in this community and pray for a revival. Pray that the people in positions of power will start putting our kids first. Well, I love y'all guys so big, so much. Remember, if nothing else today, that you matter. Love y'all guys so big. Peace out.